Everyone, to Nick with Us Versus Heard. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we go live or post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UvH fam, links are below to our Discord along with our free options trading group today. Let's see what we got going on here. Tan, what's up? Yeah, sorry, I'm a little late right now. This is actually my first time streaming during, well, I'm not going to say that, but I think this is my first time streaming during like actual, when the market's actually open. If you're here right now, say what up. What up, what up? So you're going to have to pardon me. I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold right now. I haven't traded all this week, just trying to play some catch up, and then I got hit with this this crazy cold. So I'm trying to work my way through it. You know, we had the Fed this week. 1 minute late, typical. Sorry about that. Yo, Tobin, what's going on? What's going on? Right now in the markets, right now with the Fed, Powell is speaking right now. He's delivering his little keynote. You know, before we get into my trades, I'm just gonna, while the market is moving here, for those that don't know, the Fed cut rates by a quarter point. So let me pull this up over here for you. They cut from 2% to 1.75, and they did hint that there was going to be another rate cut later this year. Obviously things got a little turned up in terms of that. I don't know if they have it here. You know, Jay Powell and the Fed. Trump says Jay Powell and the Federal Reserve failed gun. No guts, no sense, no vision. Terrible communicator. I don't really know what that means. I think he's just mad that they didn't cut rates to zero. You know, they still cut rates, but you need an ad blocker. Like ad block plus and all those. Sorry, my voice is I'm not feeling 100% today. Whew. So the Fed cut rates. I mean, it was kind of expected that they were going to cut rates, but there was also the unknown that they weren't going. You know, people didn't think they were going to cut rates. Obviously, the market right now, you know, in terms of S&Ps, I mean, we went down a little bit here, but we're kind of recovering. Pretty flat overall. I mean, we are down a little bit, only like 0.63% on the day, but things are moving right now. You know, in terms of SPY, you know, we're at the top here. They just cut rates while we're at the top, all-time highs. You know, we touched all-time highs last week. Tan, I do not. If I'm going to do a spread, it's going to be credit spread. I don't usually do debit spreads. But if this is descending here, you know, definitely I could see like 295, 296 on deck here, sub 300 while credit has its base, and maybe we'll try to go back up again. But so what do you think this rate cut will help, and what do you think this rate cut will hurt? The Fed did say that they do expect job growth to be strong. I think that Trump is trying to put a lot of pressure on them because he wants the markets to move higher, and this year we have moved higher, but I think Trump is getting a little impatient because, you know, let's see here, since April of this year, we're only 4 points higher on the S&P on SPY. Let's look at S&Ps. So we're only like 30 to 40 points higher. We're only like 30 points higher on the S&P. So back in April, when things April and May, when things were getting kind of dicey, we had a nice leg up. we are basically unchanged from then. I mean, we went down, we went up, then we went down again. Now we're back up. So I think Trump is getting a little nervous that there may be a top here. I mean, a lot of it also, what the Fed was saying was that they are concerned about the trade war and how that is in fact impacting the economy. So he just wants an excuse to get his election. Yeah. So he wants. I mean, obviously, if the economy is doing well, Trump's going to be easily reelected. But if the economy is not doing well, then you always question when things are going well. You could take the credit for it, but then when things are not going well, the people in charge start to get looked at and questions start to get asked, like, "Hey, does this guy really know what's going on?" And sure, I mean the S&Ps were up like 35% since he got elected, and all that. But now that we have the trade war, as you can see, things have gotten increasingly harder to get gains. I mean, we have some nice two-sided action, which is really good for options trading. But in terms of where we've gone this year, I mean, earlier this year we had an epic run in January from, let's say it was like 2650 all the way up to 2900. But basically since 2900, we just kind of, we're just pretty much peeing back and forth here. Right now the S&Ps look like they're trying to recover here, come up to flat, burn those premiums up. Let's see what they got here. Oh man, they reset my Thinkorswim reset all my settings, and I kind of annoying. Actually, really annoying. Let me just add these here real quick. Okay, so yeah, premium, as you can see here, is being burned up on both sides of the S&Ps for today's expiration. So you got to be careful if you're trading before the Fed. You gotta be careful, because I mean it's crazy. You can make money quickly if you're looking at SPY, and we were looking at like let's say for today's expiration, this 301 call. This 301 call within minutes, and now it's 210. So that we only got 50 minutes while the market's open. This 301 call went from a high of like 70 cents all the way down to 11 cents within 15 minutes, and now the S&P is trying to make another run for it. But this premium is decreasing here because we only got 50 minutes left in the trading session here. So that's why this is theta is just too aggressive right now. So if you're looking at this, I mean, today is a good day to watch option pricing. The one thing that I tell people is to learn how option pricing move based on events, how theta and delta and all that impact it. And the best way is like today is a really good day to learn after the event. Like the premium was pretty high before the event because it was pretty much unknown. Then we ripped, but you see that even though it went up, premium didn't go that much higher than it was like right in here. It really didn't go that much higher, and then we just dropped, and it's still decreasing because now with theta we only have 50 minutes left in the trading session. So even though it's going closer, this is becoming worth less. Not worthless. It's basically worthless, but it means 5 cents. So to get into my trades here, I did do a trade on HD. I did two trades today. So I only did one actual day trade today. I bought HD for $1.08, sold it for $1.55. I had two of them between 9:35 and then 10 a.m. Now for HD, kind of what I was looking for this morning, we gapped up. HD gapped up, and we've been having some trouble up in like the 232 area. So it just couldn't quite catch it. So my goal yesterday, it did recover quite a bit. Yesterday it hit 226 and then like the 227 area. My target for this was like 228, 229. I was looking for roughly 30 to 40% profit. I think I made like 42% profit on Home Depot. Home Depot, the reason why I've been trading Home Depot is because it's been moving pretty nicely up here, near the all-time highs up here, between 225 and 235. So we've been having some pretty nice action, especially like intraday. You know, if you look at yesterday, we had a gap down, then it recovered. Then today we had a gap up. Today we had a gap up and it went down. So I caught the leg down here. So I actually put the position on at 9:35. So I caught it on this candle right here, and I sold it at 10:01. So right down in here. And really, for day trades, you don't try to get greedy, because then this happens right here. So I had the 230 put. I sold it for $1.55. And it's worth more now. I sold it for, it's not worth more now, I'm sorry. it's $1.56, so well, it's worth a little bit more. So I sold it for $1.55, and this if you get greedy, you know, you can't. It didn't really pay off, because you'd have to have sat through the Fed meeting here, and you know, I caught it on the nice. I bought it here for $1.08. So when the 230 put was right around here, right in here, and then we sold it on this leg up here. So pretty nice. You know, we didn't catch the top. It went all the way up to like $1.71, $1.55, and you know, I always tell people, if you leave money on the table, it's okay. Just capture the move. You know, we made 40%. Nothing wrong with that. And that was my first trade. I haven't made a trade since Friday. Like, I was out the last 2 days, and then I've just been sick. I missed market open. I was sleeping, trying to recover from whatever I have going on here. Maybe a percent move. Could you look at this chart for Google? Yeah, I can look at Google in a second. Let me just get through this FedEx trade, Tan. So, you know, this was a nice clean. Like this morning, I was looking for. I mean, there was other things moving, like Tesla and Roku and all that, and Netflix. But I was looking for a very stress-free trade, and this kind of heads it up, because it's a lower volume stock. Liquidity is pretty good on the options. It's a lower volume stock, but it does move, you know, $1, $2 at a time, which you can make 30 to 50% on the options. So, you know, I'll be looking at this tomorrow to see if we're going to be pushing this. Right now, we are pushing back up. If we can get back up to like the 232 area, I might short again. So, you know, we'll see what happens. And then the other trade I did today was I put a FedEx strangle on right now. I have the 147 put and the 152.50 call. So let's go into FedEx. FedEx had bad earnings, and they cut their growth outlook for the year. And what I like about the chart here, you know, this could definitely go lower. But what I liked here is, you know, it bottomed out here before at the end of last year, then again back in June, and then a few weeks ago it bottomed out here again. Then it made a rip up, and now we're back here. So I'm looking for either it breaks down or we rip back up to like 155 area. I'm looking for a gap up or gap down tomorrow on this stock. So, you know, we'll see what happens. A lot of people are holding, so I don't know. Looks like there's buyers down here, but there's a lot of people that are holding that might be trapped. So any pop might get sold off. So I might be looking to exit around the 155 area if we can get up there, maybe 154. You know. Whew. So those are one of the trades. Just trying to keep it small. And, you know, execute. What we got? Shouldn't we play a strangle towards the end of the day like today? Yeah, so Tan, if you're looking here, I was actually looking at this strangle. Let me show you what those it's been. I paid, let's see here. I paid $1.70. I paid $1.72. And this strangle pretty much has been sitting at like $1.70 all afternoon. So I've been eyeing this because it's been relatively flat, and I thought that there was going to be a premium crush, but it's pretty much just been that price. And now I do see that. I mean, I'm down $20, so this strangle is now worth. You know, this strangle is now worth $1.49. So it definitely has got crushed a little bit. But it depends. I was actually worried because it was the same price for so long. I was a little worried that I was going to run up. I put the position down in here. I thought I got a good price, but Now that it pushed up to 150, I'm down 12%, 21 bucks on it. So for a strangle, that's nothing to worry about. I mean, it is going in the direction. I think that if we can make a run into close here right now, we still got about 45 minutes left in the trading day. So if we can run this up or drop, or it might just sit here. So the longer it sits here, I was anticipating it was going to move, but when the Fed minutes came out, nothing happened. So that's why I put the position on, is because after the Fed, nothing happened. I thought, okay, well, if there's going to be a premium crush, now is the time it's going to happen. Looks like there's a little bit of a crush now. So, you can't time it exactly. You'll never time it. I mean, some trades you'll hit the sweet spot, like on that Home Depot trade, I hit really nicely today. But realistically, you're not going to time it like 100%. You're gonna, when you put a trade on, you're either going to be up 10%, down 10%, something like that. Sometimes you get a really cheap deal and it inflates really quickly and you can get out. But most times than not, if you put a trade on, it's most likely going to go against you. A couple bucks here. I'm down $20 on it, so we'll see what happens. Let's look at that Google. I'll look at that Google, and it looks like the S&Ps are bouncing back up here. Let's see if that has a flat close. But tan, let's look at that Google position. What are you looking at here? You're looking, what did you say here? You said, can you look at the chart for Google? Premium has been crushing this week. You know what? I actually got to export my config here because my implied volatility study is not on. Here we go. Yeah, implied volatility has gone down the last few days here. It was a lot lower, but it has come up a bit. But I mean, Google hasn't really gone anywhere in the last 4 days. It has. If you look at the last 4 days, I mean, it's been making lower lows. Like here's a low, here's some lows, here's some lows. So it is making lower lows. So it is trending down, but default settings happen to me all day. But now we're making a move up. So things are moving up. If we can actually get some bullish momentum, I mean, FedEx could gap up tomorrow into like 155 area. Let's hope. If that's the case, we can have a nice, really easy trade on FedEx. But Google, they're 1 year. I mean, they're descending here. They need a break. They need to get like above 1240, like 1245 area to break the trend here, because right now it's just descending. But I mean, their chart's a little bit messy. It's just like their 1 year chart. We had this earnings drop here, and then it continued lower, and then we had another earnings gap up. So a lot of gap ups, a lot of gap downs, and they just need to be filled. Those gaps need to be filled here. Also, Roku. Roku took quite a crap today. This chart is just crazy. People chasing this. People just getting out now. Roku's down on news that Xfinity or Comcast is releasing a free streaming service, and they're bundling it with their internet plan or their basic internet plan. Also, news came out today about Facebook Portal for their TV, which caused Roku to go down as well. So, I think Roku's a good stock to trade, but I mean, it has some it has some crazy competition between Apple. Roku's a small guy on the block. I mean, they got to compete against Apple, Amazon, all these big players. I mean, they just sell a little box and they sell it at Walmart. I mean, people like it, but what's the value? Went up like 80% a month, 80-90% a month. Went from 100 to 176 bucks, 76%. That's what happens. So if this gap gets filled here, I mean, there could be like a short-term bounce like we had here. Like when it went from 176 down to 140, it went from 140 to 155. But you can see like the pops are getting smaller than it dropped today on news, and that's just news based on a competitor. They're, Roku didn't do anything. They didn't say anything. This was based on competitor news, so this could pop up, but it's not looking good. Even today, if you're looking at Roku, I mean, it's still descending. Even it's near low of day right now. It's only 60 cents. It's only 60 cents away from low of day. The other one that I was looking at for tomorrow, Microsoft. So today's pretty nice chart. If you're looking at the weekly here, you can see like 138 mark. It tends to get sold off today. Hit 138 again and got sold off. And then we had a little bit more volatility. So we'll see what happens at this 138 mark tomorrow. See if it can bust through. But as you can see here, it is making higher lows and it is just kind of slowly creeping up. There is some good action between 135 and 140 right now. So right now, like if I'm going to trade Microsoft, you just got to keep your targets small. Take the 20-30% and kind of just scalp it. You're not going to be looking for like 100%, 200% gainers in that, because if the stock's only moving between $5, you're just not going to hit it. But it is moving pretty nice. I mean, it went up pretty nice, came down, and then now we're going back up. So we'll see here. From my experience, I mean, Microsoft usually disappoints like in the morning. Sometimes you get a runner like this morning. It crapped and went up. Yesterday it gapped up and then crapped, and then it gapped down and then went back up. And based on the 2 days that I missed, I'm actually glad that I took off, because it was pretty flat waiting for the Fed here. If you're here right now, say what up. I know this is not a normal time that I stream. I was just trying to do a quick stream while I was feeling up to it. Andrew, what's going on? If you guys like the content, I'd appreciate it. Hit the like button. Thank you. So I'm just pushing through the day. I'm sick. I made a couple trades. We're pushing through. Taking a bunch of Dayquil, getting through it. At first I thought it was allergies, but it apparently is not. This is a perfect time to do a stream. Why is that, Tobin? Why do you like this time? I'm trying to adjust and cater more to what you guys want. So, see what's you like when the market's open. I love the end of the bell stream. Okay. Good trade in HD, bro. Am I late to the stream? Yeah, I started 23 minutes ago. Tan says he likes this time. Yeah, maybe we'll make it a thing. I don't know. Maybe we'll do the power hour stream or something like that. I was just this morning. I woke up, felt like crap, and I'm feeling pretty good right now. Even though I sound terrible, I'm super congested. But I felt good enough to come, do the stream. So that's why I was like, okay, well, I'm feeling good. Let's hit this stream. So it's like people weren't really expecting me to stream at this time. But I think this is, I like streaming when the market is open. I'm not looking to make a play right now. I'm just trying to see what the price action is here. I mean, this is pretty crazy. SPY went to 298.20. Now it's at the 300. Let's see what the price action is on that. Because earlier in the stream, I brought out that 301 call. Let's see what that 301 call. Yeah, now it's still worth 5 cents. Because we only have, time is going against you. Time is going against. This is crazy dip. Late as usual. I did announce in the Discord when I was going to go live, but I don't know if you guys have notifications turned on for when I go live or not, but we're doing some testing this week, because I didn't actually post. I didn't do a live stream last 2 days or do videos, just because I haven't been feeling well and I just got a little bit busy. FedEx looks like it wants to make a push up. Any stocks that you guys are looking at? The other stock that I was looking at is Apple, off this 220 mark. So last week I was talking about Apple hitting breaking above 220, which is important because this is where this high was, and back in here this is where this high was. And today, actually, we should have played this because it's been good. On yesterday, it looked like it was holding 220 pretty well, and then at the end of the day, it pushed up, and then today we came back to like 220, 219.50, and now it's pushing up to 222. So, you know this has been a good trade when it revisits the 220 mark. You know, back in here, it got a little scary when it went down to 216. But if it's holding 220 here, you know, it was holding 220 here for a couple days, and then it gapped up, it pushed up to 222. We came back to 220. Now we're back up to 222. So, hey Nick, how do you copy and paste using the command on your iMac? Right now I'm on Windows, but to copy and paste is just Control C or Command C or Command C to paste, and Command C to copy, Command V to paste. Sorry, I'm not thinking 100% right now. I'm looking at my Mac right here. So just Command C to copy, Command V to paste. Prodigy, Oracle. Yeah, Oracle, ever since earnings have been coming on down. You know, they are testing down here at 52 where it's bounced a couple weeks ago, where it's trying to make some sort of consolidation, you know, trying to play off this consolidation over here at 52. You know, I think that I'm a support and resistance kind of guy. So I'm a support and resistance kind of guy. So this would be something that I would put like a bullish strangle on for me if I was going to play at Oracle right now, depending on how much money it is. You know, it came to 52, dipped down. Let's see what that would be. So like if it were me, I would probably play something like, this. And then maybe I would do like, because it's pretty cheap. I mean, this is only like $44.44 for the trade. You know, if it's something that I believed in, I would probably do like 3 calls and 2 puts. Yo, Derek, what's going on? So I do like it at the 52. Oracle at 52 here. I'm not sure what's going to happen with it, but chances are it's going to bounce, which is currently bouncing right now. Looks like FedEx is coming up. Let's run at close here. FedEx. One thing that I will say about FedEx, I think that they for their earnings they blamed it on the trade war, but I also think that they underestimated their partnership with Amazon, which they terminated. You know, I think they got to be very concerned about that. Nothing much, just looking for the green. We're all looking for the green. Prodigy, yeah, I think you got a good trade here on Oracle. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind trading that, but like I said, I'm sick. I'm not gonna be trying to push. I do like this trade though. This is a nice trade. I do like it. I mean, it's pretty much similar to like my FedEx trade. You know, FedEx. You know, we're down here at support as well. So we'll see what happens. Looks like SPY is making a run. Anyone have SPY calls, or anyone have any SPY puts or something, or any SPY trades that they sold today? Anyone trade the Fed? Sorry guys, I guess I got a text from my, guess my mom went to the ER. Sorry, hold on one second. We'll figure that out. Sorry about that. I played Microsoft and said buy, and now I'm scared to trade to trade earnings. Yeah, Adobe was another one that had earnings this week. Adobe and FedEx were the only ones that I was looking at. Adobe had earnings a little bit rocky here, as you can see. Man, SPY's still making a run for it. Adobe has been descending, but let's see what their liquidity is here. Where's the... Yeah, come on. We need the volume. We need volume. Oh, liquidity. Liquidity is nice in here. Liquidity is nice. Gabriel, are you be doing these lives every day? Gabriel, I usually go live every day, usually 30 minutes after market close. Today I went live a little bit earlier because I'm just not feeling well, so we'll see. I'm trying to figure out what works out. It seems like everybody likes this power hour stream, so if you guys like it, let me know. So far, a couple people said that they do like this time instead of aftermarket. They like while the market's still open. Let me know. We can make it happen. We can make it happen. But yeah, if you guys want to get notifications before I go live, if you subscribe to this channel, tap the bell, and you will you'll get notifications for when I go live. Your mom's in the ER. Holy moly, go right now. I'll go. We gotta figure out how much of an emergency it is. Let's see what's up. Got some text here. It doesn't look like that it's urgent. I think I'm just seeing what's going on. When looking at liquidity, what's more important, volume or open interest? They kind of go both hand in hand. I pretty much just rely on volume because that shows how many contracts were traded today. Open interest could be like if somebody bought like 100,000 contracts 2 months ago for this expiration, and volume isn't anywhere near that, then it's kind of pointless. Typical Nick, not concerned. Why do you say I'm not concerned? I don't understand. You're cold, man. You UK folks over there. You guys are hard on people. Yeah, Tam, you're not from America, right? You're from the UK. I believe that's what we've discussed before. Man, the judgment. Daniel, you sold the 303 calls for 26 cents. What'd you buy them for? SPY 305, 307. Call nice. Tobin bought FedEx and PG&E. 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 What is PG&E? Ticker. Is it PCG? Yeah, PCG. I haven't traded this. Yo, Tobin, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the $2. Man, PCG. Haven't traded them in a hot minute. Yeah, they've been chilling, but this looks good. Good push up to like 1250. If you're looking for like a lower risk play. Oh man, FedEx is running. Let's see what's going on with my trade here. FedEx. Okay, now I'm only down 7%. So you can see here that my call, I'm up 63% on the call, but down 56% on the put. So the push is getting hammered. So let's see what our deltas are on this. Sorry guys, if I'm looking, I have a bunch of different screens here. So that's why I'm turning my head. I have 4 different screens set up here. Let's see here. So the 147 we have this week. So now it's at 160. I bought them for 172. So what's that? 151. Done 22 now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with FedEx here. Sorry, Mom, I didn't mean to hurt you. Yeah, I'm looking at the market. She has her loved ones. I'll be heading out after the stream. Yeah, I mean this is looking good. If we can get a push on FedEx to, 152, and then we gap up to like 153, 154, nice. That's what I like about a Stringle. So my deltas on the put are 20 cents, and then my deltas on the call are 34 cents. So I wish my deltas were a little bit lower on the puts. We should have done maybe more of a bullish Stringle. So what we should have done. I just wasn't sure which direction. So what we could have done was the 150 and like the 147. Now it's costing like 260. Or like the 146. The puts I just didn't want to get too far away, because like the puts on FedEx, I didn't want to get too far away because 147 right now is the bottom, so I kind of wanted to stick around there. Nick, we need that long-term series too. Yeah, Tan's looking for videos on longer term investments. What do you guys think? You guys think that we should do some videos on long term versus short term? Because right now we're pretty short term. What's gonna be pretty interesting tomorrow is SPY. You know how it made this crazy run. Other stocks are running right now. Netflix is trying to run. Tesla's not doing a single thing. But SPY, I mean, if this gaps down tomorrow, people are going to lose money. People are loading up on calls right now. Sorry. Say yes in yes in the chat. Gabriel's got an Iron Condor and IWM. Yeah, I think it'll be good on IWM. IWM here. Yeah, I mean, it's trading in range. You have the 165 call and 146 put. Yeah. What are you up on that position? Because I would say if you're getting like the mid range here, you're up like 30-40%. I would try to close this, because it might come back down to like the 150s, which may hurt the lower 150s, or may hurt your 146 put. Yo, Billy, what's up? Andrew, thinking of getting on Fox 152 calls. I haven't looked at Fox since the merger, or since the Disney sale. Fox 152. What tier are you looking at? This is 32. Oh, FedEx. Yeah, so I'm currently in a Strangle. I have the 152.50 call and the 147 put. Billy, what position do you have on Microsoft? Did you have the 138 calls earlier? Because you definitely could have sold and reloaded. Because those 138 calls, I mean, look at that. If you're looking at Microsoft right now. So, yeah, the even though it's higher, these calls are reached a high day here, like near high day earlier today. But yeah, these just went from this would have been a quick 100% return here from the like 50 cent to a dollar within 45 minutes. But you got the 139. Yeah, you got to be careful here. I closed 50%. Nice, Billy. But yeah, this would have been a quick. I guess right now, in terms of my trading, I didn't want to trade. I didn't want to trade the Fed, because right now it's looking like it wants to go either way. Look on S&Ps, we dipped and we made a recovery. I mean, I guess we could have bought in here. We probably could have put a a small position on and traded power hour, but if you're gonna trade like power hour, you're gonna have to, like, let's say you want to do something a little bit risky. I feel like I missed so much today, but there's always tomorrow. I mean, not a whole lot happened today, Daniel. It was more the Fed. Nothing was happening today until this afternoon. But if you're gonna trade, like if you want to trade SPY, especially afternoon. So if you're trading like the same day expirations, if you were gonna trade this, you'd have to buy like the 300 calls, not the 301 or the 299.50. Right now it's not worth it because there's only 17 minutes left in the trading day. You could easily screw yourself here. But if you're looking at those 300 calls on SPY for today, those would have been fun, but I guess we wouldn't have known that was going to rebound that much. I mean, these just went from 15 cents up to $1.21. Good 400% right here. Actually, more than that. 500, 600%. Woo! But I probably would have bought if it was dipping down to here, like it came down to 298. I probably when it was making its recovery, a very typical trade that I would have done, I probably would have bought the 299s right in here. That's probably what I would have done. Once it started to make its recovery, I probably wouldn't have timed it very well down here, but I probably, as it's making its recovery, I probably would have bought right in here the 299s, like when SPY was like 299.10 or something like that. Let's see what those are going for. So we would have went from, let's see what time, 1400. So right here, so we would have got them for like 60, 70 cents, and I probably would have sold them at like $1. I wouldn't have been able to hold on to $1.91 or $2 right now, especially same day expiration. This would have been a very low risk trade to trade, but I wasn't looking for too much stress today. And Nick, not sure if I asked before, but is there any way to get more info on spreads like charts for the week? What kind of info are you looking for? Wow, I did not realize it was so near to close. Yeah, I mean we're almost closed here. Yeah, these just went from 39 cents, the 299 calls, 39 cents low here to $2. I think FedEx is running too, a little bit, not much. Hasn't been to push up above 150, so. Charge for spreads. I don't understand. So we'll see what it does. Also looking at oil. Oil. I was looking at oil today. I didn't do anything, but I was looking at maybe a USO. I was thinking about getting the 12 puts. Because looks like they're not letting the oil prices skyrocket. And then I guess I missed most of the move yesterday, so that's why I didn't put a position on. But in terms of USO, I thought that could come down to like 1150. You know, it did push out of range here, but right now it's pinging between 12 and 12.25. So, you know, not a whole lot of action in there today. Oil's down 94 cents today. /CL. Oh, Tanya, I think you can do it if you analyze through Thinkorswim. That was nuts. SPY is going nuts into the close here. So at this rate, I mean, it's hard to say because a lot of this price action is just like knee-jerk reactions after the Fed, but you know, it looks like at this point, you know, we could be pushing all-time highs again here. If you're here right now, say what up. I'm a little cold, so I have a cold, so please forgive me. Closing on $50 on Microsoft, man, fire. AW1T. Yeah, we did talk about Adobe earlier. Oh man, that one ripped right at close here. Another $4. Nice. So hopefully with FedEx we can get up. I'm down $14 on that right now. Home Depot right now going into close. Microsoft's at 138.48. Costco's another one that I've been looking at. You know, right up here, like the 293 area, it's been having some trouble. But it looks like it's kind of evening out here on the 1 year, so it might make another run to 300. Billy T. AT&T. Yeah, they got it pushed up, and then, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if this hits back down to 35. But coil up looks pretty good here for some calls though on the weekly, but I mean it's pretty much descending on the weekly, so you just got to be careful. Not really any support up here. Vincent, can you explain briefly puts and calls? So an options contract, one option equals 100 shares. So that's why if I buy this put here for 38 cents, it's multiplied by 100. It's actually cost $38, not 38 cents. So if you like Billy says, if you want the stock goes, if the stock wants to go up, buy a call. If you think the stock's going to go down, buy a put. It's a lot more complicated than that, but that's the the simplified version. How to place them properly? We're still trying to figure that out. But seriously, you know, in terms of trading, whether you're trading options or just trading stocks or anything, entry and exit is like, and also discipline is the things that will make or break your trading, and also your P&L. It will determine if you're profitable or not profitable based on exit and entries and your discipline for taking profits and taking losses. So whether a trade goes in your favor or goes against you, you always have to have an exit strategy. So if you say, hey, this stock is I'm willing to, before I put this trade on, I'm willing to take X amount of percent in loss before closing this out and recouping what I can and moving on to the next trade. So, you know, one of the biggest mistakes, or I would say misconceptions that we get as traders, is that once we're in trade, we feel like we're locked into that trade when realistically we're more free than that. There's always going to be another trade. You can't convince yourself this is the trade, and then it doesn't work out. You have, you know, the numbers are what the numbers are on the screen. It doesn't matter what happened that day. At the end of the day, or during your trade, the numbers are what the numbers are. Whatever happens, happens. Whether it was good or it was bad, and a lot of times we take losses because of our own disciplines, that we weren't disciplined to take profits, or we weren't disciplined to take a small loss that then led to a bigger loss than what we were intending to do. So it's complicated. That being said, FC, what up, man? I've missed you in the chat. Drinking some water with my pink cup here. Hanging out with the UvH fam. Kind of chilling. Trying to feel better here. I've taken all the medicine I could today for at least the next 3 hours or so. So, Vincent, I don't know if that really answered your question, but if you join our Discord or our option trading group on Facebook, we'll try to answer all those questions for you. So the game plan for tomorrow, it looks like we're going to gap up tomorrow, but you never know. You know, we've been flat the last couple days. But we could be pushing all-time highs again tomorrow. So You know, we dipped down a little bit. We hit the 298 today, and now we're pushing up to 301. The 301 calls, FC, the 301 calls hit 4 cents today. Yeah, we were just looking at the 299 call and the 300 call for a day. It was insane. Oh man, kids are having a dance party upstairs. Any other stocks you guys want to look at? We're 50 minutes deep into this live stream. We got 8 minutes left in the close. I don't try to be rich, just very, very wealthy. Well, you know how to get wealthy, or you know how to get rich is staying disciplined and taking it a trade at a time. MU, Micron. Yeah, Micron, it really hasn't gone anywhere this week. Just been pinging between 50 and 51. But it's still pushing up here near the highs here. So it really needs a break. It really needs a break to like 51.50. It looks like it wants to, but it keeps getting shut down here at 51. Keeps getting shut down here. Microsoft, you think 140 tomorrow? At this rate, yes. It's hard to say if people are going to load up here. But I would be concerned because it keeps getting shut down here at 140. But if it can break to like 141, I mean, this 145 pretty easily. You just got to be careful. Like for me, Microsoft's probably a no trade until we hit 140, and then see what it does. Unless you want to play like a small 139 call on there. But you just got to be careful. Yeah, I mean, greed kills your profits, man. Sorry if I'm moving a little bit slower this live stream, guys. I'm not feeling 100. All right, I'm only down $11 on that FedEx strangle now. So if we can gap up on FedEx tomorrow, I was down $22 at the start of the stream. Now I'm only down $12. I'm down 7%. That put though is getting axed. So the sooner that put goes to zero, the sooner that we get making some real money. Let's see what Roku. See what kind of trade we can put on Roku. If anything. Roku, yeah, I'm not gonna swing Roku. I could buy some. I was thinking about if the premium was cheap enough, but it's not. I'm not really looking to put up. I'll day trade Roku tomorrow maybe, but I'm not looking to put up like $500 in capital on a swing trade on Roku right now. You know, like buy the. It's too risky. Like getting the. Yeah, I'm not putting up 350. No. How much did I lose on Roku last time? Let me check my Discord here for my. Lost $317, Daniel. That's why I'm hesitant to swing a strangle on it. It was bad. But thankfully, you know, we had a lot of other good trades. So last week, the only swing trade I did was that Roku strangle last week, and it was my day trades that made me profitable. That swing trade I lost $300 on. I haven't been swing trading just because it's just been crazy. I did see a good opportunity to swing trade FedEx though, so right now that's the only thing that I'm swing trading. If I'm gonna swing trade, I think that if I'm gonna swing trade, I'm gonna keep the trades under $200. That way, they're a lot easier to recoup intraday. Because I find that once I start pushing like 300, 400, 500 swinging, it gets a little dangerous in terms of the positions, and could have inversed myself and sold the premium there. So yeah, that was a bad trade. All right, we got. So if you're interested in Roku, why don't you put a debit call spread? I don't really trade debit spreads. It's not something that I like to trade. I'll trade credit spreads, but I don't really like to trade debit spreads. What's been working for me since August is keeping my trades small and being able to move with the market, because there really hasn't been much direction on where the market wants to go. So I've been taking my gains between like anywhere between 25 and 50%. I've had very few 100% winners. I did have a 100% gain on Friday with Netflix, but I've been really disciplined, and it's really been paying off. And I've also been scaling up my positions with that discipline. It's been working out. I haven't been swing trading a lot, and when I do swing trade in this market, it seems like it doesn't work out like on Roku last week. Andrew, my expirations for next week or this week. Sorry. Andrew, what's your position on FedEx? Do you just have calls? Yeah, if I just had the calls right now, they'd be up 70%, but I have the puts too. So the puts are down 60%. So we'll see if we can get a nice gap up. My deltas right now on those calls on FedEx here. Yeah, my deltas are now 41, and then my deltas on the puts are only 15. So if we can get a couple buck move up, we'll be good. We'll be in good shape. Whoa. Sorry about that. All right, that's it. Anyone? So if you guys want to put a position on an SPY, you got 15 minutes to do so. Didn't realize my speakers are up that high. Anyways, guys, if this video was of value to you, hit the like button. If you're not yet subscribed and you want to get subscribed, hit subscribe. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.